So the other day, somebody called me and asked me, what's the number one tip you can do to help me? I'm just starting a business. I don't know where to start. And, I've developed over 2,000 business plans, and I gave him this one piece of advice. Go talk to a competitor. Go talk to someone that is already doing what you're trying to do. I'll tell you, this has been an extreme hack for me in all of my business ventures. Before I got into real estate, I sat next to a real estate mentor who was actually renting me an apartment in a big building. The guy owned several hundred units, and I needed to pick his brain, right? Same thing with manufacturing. I sit on the board of a public manufacturing business. Before I even got into that business, I went and talked to other CEOs in the manufacturing space, specifically in the 3D printing space, to understand the sector. Now, how do you get a hold of these people? Well, reach out to them and ask. Most of these entrepreneurs and CEOs will be flattered that you even thought about them. And the way I do it, I have a couple ways that I'll share with you that the way I do it. I call them in very humbly, a guy with a business degree and a law degree and a successful business, and I say, hey, look, I'm looking to get involved in a new business. I need a mentor. Can I pick your brain for 9 minutes? Can I pick your brain for 17 minutes? The reason I always use an odd number is because it explains to the person listening to me that, hey, I value your time. I'm not taking it for granted. I extremely value your time. And then I always offer, hey, is there anything I can do for you? I'll do anything. And I mean it, right? I'll work for free for them. I will, make an introduction to them for somebody that they need. I'll make phone calls for them, whatever it needs that I can get those 9 minutes. Then when I do get those 9 minutes that are usually scheduled, I barrage them with questions. So I berate them with questions. I have a list of questions already set up. I do not waste their time. It's not like, how's the day going? No. Hey, how did you get involved in this business? What would you tell somebody just getting involved in this business? What are the things to look out for when you start a business like this? What were the things that you regret doing when you first started this business? What are the things you did right when you started this business? This is one of the easiest ways to get market research and industry analysis done for your business and to make you an authority in the field and an expert in the business that you're trying to get involved with, okay? Now, in addition to getting all the intel, one of the surprising things that this does for you is it gets you in line with people that could potentially invest in your business. Let's say you're starting a restaurant, right? The average investor, if you go talk to a guy with a ton of money who have made all his money in real estate, he doesn't know anything about restaurants. Meanwhile, if you talk to a millionaire who made his fortune off of restaurants, there's a higher likelihood that he's willing to invest in a restaurant because he knows the business. So in addition to getting all the intel that you need, you're also going to get a potential partner, but forget about that for now. Right now, all you want is to be able to make informed decisions and to start your business with minimal amount of risk. And risk gets minimized when you get educated. So the fastest way to get educated is to go talk to someone in the business, not read a book, not Google, not watch YouTube videos. So I don't care what business you're trying to start. The first thing I tell my clients to do is go find somebody in that business, go pick their brain and ask them, hey, is there anything I can do? I always end that 9-minute, 14-minute call. Hey, if there's one thing I could do for you, is there anything I can do for you that would help you in your business, in your personal life? I don't care what it is. I had one mentor who started telling me about his daughter, and his daughter was interested in being an astronaut. So I went on Amazon and ordered a couple books on being an astronaut and space. And I sent it to his daughter. Why? Because the information he gives me is invaluable. It's literally like skipping the line. You can read as much market research. It's not the same as getting it from the person. I'll give you one last tidbit that helped me, right? So for example, I've always wanted to invest in real estate. When I finally got into investing into commercial and multifamily real estate, it wasn't because I knew it was profitable or because I had graduated. I had done all that, right? I went to law school. I went to business school. I had my own successful businesses. But I was scared of the unknown. And what the mentor, the person who already had a bunch of real estate did was he brought that fear level from here to here. Because every question that I had, oh my God, what about this? What about the taxes? What do I do the first day? He quailed those concerns because he had already been through them. And when you ask a mentor, someone that's already in the space, they're gonna give you better advice. So for example, before I started investing in real estate, I can ask my girlfriend, I can ask my mom, I can ask my brother, hey, what do you think about this deal? Hey, what do you think about this? I can even ask my real estate agent, hey, what do you think about this deal? What they're usually going to answer with is a bunch of questions because they don't know. Meanwhile, if you go talk to a mentor that's already been there, that's already done the work, they're going to say, that's a horrible deal, or that's a great deal, and this is why, right? The first day I bought one of my pieces of real estate, what ended up happening is the building had been empty for 3 years. I turned on the plumbing, right? And because there was no water in the air in the line, and there was all air in the line, the air line went, started making this crazy noise. I left the building. I thought the building was going to explode. I call up my real estate mentor. Now I'm about to call the plumber. I'm about to call the electrician. I'm about to call a handyman and get a giant bill sent my way because I was so nervous. I didn't know. But instead, I called my real estate mentor. I said, hey, just bought this building. I feel like the world's collapsing on me. I don't know what's going on. I turned on the water. It's going, I think the building's going to blow up. And he starts laughing and he goes, no, Nick, there's air in the water line. And if you just leave it open, the air will clear out and the water will start coming out. So I go back in the building, turn the water line on. And sure enough, right after 5 minutes, the water came down. And then the water was brown. I call him back. Hey, the water's brown. He goes, just let it run for another couple minutes. It'll clear out. Sure enough, it did. Those are the pieces of invaluable advice that if I didn't know, I would have got a $2,000, $3,000 bill from a plumber that day because I would have been like, get out here right now, right? Now, that's just one example. That he also helped me, and I've done this in every business. I'm just giving you guys a real estate example, right? But he also helped me when I was buying the deal. Hey, does it take this long? Hey, do I need to put a deposit down right now? Right? All these questions that I didn't know, it was like having an encyclopedia right next to me. And it's not the same as going to Google or YouTube to find the answer because you know that this person did it. So I don't care what business you're in, find somebody who's already in that business and ask to pick their brain. By the way, they're going to be flattered 9 out of 10 times. They're not going to tell you where to go. They're going to say, oh, it's very flattering because guess what? Nobody cares about their business, right? They go home, their wife or husband doesn't want to hear about their business. So when you have a new entrepreneur and they've been in your shoes, they've been in that place where it was just them at the beginning that wants to know, usually they're pretty helpful with it. So that's my number one tip for people starting a business. Make sure, go reach out to someone who's already been in the business and pick their brain. The amount of information that you get will make you more confident and will push you forward in your business faster than any business plan or any other kind of research can do. I hope this was helpful. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you like these videos, and I'll be back on another video soon.